Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets want you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is angel card reader Bob Stahl, who will be doing tarot and angel card readings for you. And before I bring on Bob Stahl, I just want to make some quick announcements that this coming Saturday I'm going to be at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m., and they're having a Halloween party from 6 p.m. To 9 p.m. If you're interested in the fair or the Halloween party, go online to their website, School of Multidimensional Healing and Science. And I will be back at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science at November 25th. On November 4th, I'll be at the Healing Key in Long Beach Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. On November 5th, I'll be at the New Earth Expo from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on November 11th, I'll be at the Learning Light Foundation Psychic Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Next week, my special guest is Jerry Wimmer, who'll be talking about stone readings. And Eve Spirit Speaks will be on November 30th. On December 7th will be Bill Foss. On December 14th will be numerologist, a psychic Jeremy Ryden, the author of Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Always Wanted, and the Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide. And on November 16th and December 21st, I'll have Brian Rawls, the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Bob Stahl. Hello, Bob.
Shelley, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. How are you, Bob?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona where I am. It's hot, which I guess it's hot over there too. But no, it's been a great day so far.
Oh, good. And can you tell the caller something about yourself?
Sure. So my website is bobthepsychic.com. I am a tarot and angel card reader and intuitive, a medium and a channel here in North Scottsdale, Arizona. But I do readings over the phone, via the internet, via Skype, however it is you need to get the message. If you're in the Metro Phoenix area, you're also welcome to come to my home located in North Scottsdale. And again, all the information about me is on my website. It's easy to remember. It's bobthepsychic.com.
And Bob, what guided you to angel cards?
Well, I had been using tarot cards for a long time, and I just got the idea or the message that it was important for me to learn how to read angel cards too, because the message that the angel cards give, it's very similar to the tarot deck, but it's in a much more gentle way, I want to say. So the images are easier to understand for people who have never seen them before. There's also words on the cards that I use, so if you're sitting in front of me, you can kind of see the words that I'm getting or that I'm, reading off of. So that's what, basically drew me to them. It also helped me in terms of, reading for younger people, because, like, for example, this weekend, I'm going to be at the Phoenix Zoo for their Halloween party, and there's a lot of kids there. So I still bring angel cards with me and let them, pick one and then tell them all about it. And the funny thing I do is the deck they pick from only has the really happy, positive cards in it, so they can't get anything that would, make their parents mad. That's the way I do it.
Oh, good. Well, let's take our first caller, Bob, which is
Okay.
area code 201. Hello, area code 201.
Hi, Shelley and Bob. It's Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
What can we answer for you?
Well, I've been looking for work, and I'm hoping that I find something very soon. What do you see in my future, please?
Well, I do feel like there's new opportunities coming your way. I want to say they're coming within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but I feel like during this time right now, this is a good time, as I'm kind of drawing cards, is for you to, well, the 3 cards I got for you were forgiveness, body care, and intention. So I feel like the forgiveness card is telling me that it's okay for you to release some of the frustration and some of the anger you have about the job search, that it's been taking so long, but I feel like you're supposed to let that go and just walk feeling grateful and imagining that you already have the position. Body care and intention tell me that it's also time for you to make sure you're taking care of your body, whether you're eating the right foods, drinking enough water, and also about setting an intention that way to take care of yourself in a better way. It could also, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I feel like I'm supposed to tell you something about cream to put on your face. So maybe it's moisturizer, but it feels like I'm looking at it. So I feel like I'm supposed to tell you about that too. But a lot of this is about setting your intentions to bring that positive energy and positive light back into yourself, and that'll help show you the signs that you're looking for.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure, why not? It's always good to take care of yourself.
Right. It's interesting that I got that card too. Go ahead.
No, I'm really concerned about work. So you said 2 to 3 weeks I should be working?
I think it's 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, I do feel like that's it. Yes.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are going to get a job in 2 or 3 weeks, Rose, and I feel it's for a company that is a medium to large size company, and I feel it may be a different kind of field than what you were working in, a different job. So I feel that there's going to be a change in what you're doing, that you're going to be doing something new, but it looks like it's financially lucrative, that you'll make good money doing it, and that it looks like it's some type of service-related job, working in an office environment, and it looks like it'll be a long-term employment, that you'll be in the job for a long time, so you're going to find your work home and be in the job a long time. And Bob, how can Rose get in contact with you?
Rose, if you'd like to know more from me or have me do a more in-depth reading, my website is bobthepsychic.com. You're welcome to go there, and there's a way to make an appointment with me on the site. I work Tuesdays through Saturdays. My days off are Sundays and Mondays.
All right.
And you could get a hold of me, Rose, at 818-744-5241. Or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Rose.
Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great day.
Have a good day, Rose. I'm now going to continue my interview with Bob Stahl on the angel cards, and then I'm going to take my next caller, which is area code 305. What did you learn from Doreen Virtue, Bob?
Doreen Virtue is the person who makes the angel cards, and one of or she's like yeah, that's what she does. And one of the things I learned from her was just a different way to like use my intuition or to hear messages from spirits and guides. There is a class that she offered online, I don't know if she still does it, about becoming a certified angel card reader, and I did that in the beginning of my career doing this, and it really helped open me up to new messages and use my intuition instead of, just staring at the card and like, okay, what does that mean? It was more like looking at it and waiting to hear a message for the people, like we just did in the previous example. When I pulled up the card, it said forgiveness, and I heard in my head, okay, this is what she is supposed to be thinking about or forgiving or releasing. So that's what I feel like Doreen taught me.
And, Bob, let's take our next caller, which is area code 305. Hello, 305.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Shelley. My name is Eileen.
Hi.
Hi, Eileen.
Hi.
Hi.
My question relates to next weekend.
Okay.
What
about it?
Am I going to win an award at this next big show that I'm going to be in? And do
well, I feel like
well
the answer is, in terms of the award, I want to say the answer to the reward question is yes. I feel like you might come in, I feel like it's second place. It might be third, but it's second or third place. I feel like the first place person, I feel like you don't really care if you get first place is what I want to say. I feel like just the fact that you're up there, I feel like that's going to be the acknowledgement that you're looking for, because I feel like that's going to help bring a new sense of balance or a new sense of understanding into your life, that you are on the right road. Your other question was whether it was going to be financially successful. I do feel like it is going to be financially successful. I actually feel like you're going to make more money at this than the show than you thought you would. So I want to say set the sky's the limit. So whatever you asked for, or if you do that kind of meditation, like, okay, at this event I want to make, $1, make it as at the end of that say or more. So that way the universe knows you're open to making more, because I do feel like there's a lot more coming your way. I also want to throw one more thing in. I don't feel like this is the first award you're going to win. I feel like you're going to win numerous awards in this field moving forward. This just seems to me like to be the start of the recognition that's been coming your way for a while. Does that make sense and help, I hope?
Oh,
Perfect.
absolutely.
Okay,
definitely
great.
makes sense, yes. It's a continuating line of my life, yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
But I'm working really hard on it right now even, so I'm excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do feel that you're going to win the award. I agree with Bob that there'll be numerous awards, that it's kind of putting your career at a higher level. And I feel that there's going to be some advancements with your career this year, that the award is going to open up new doors and new opportunities for you that you didn't have before, that you're going to have the recognition. And I feel that your business is going to expand and grow this year, and I do feel that there is some financial gains through the award. And Bob, how can Eileen get in contact with you?
Eileen, you're welcome to go to my website. It's bobthepsychic.com, and on that website, as I mentioned before, you're able to book an appointment with me, and I do readings over the phone all the time just like this, and I even record the readings and will send you a link to it so you don't have to worry about, okay, do I write down what he said? Yeah. So go to my website. It's bobthepsychic.com, and I'm happy to set up an appointment with you and happy to talk with you anytime.
Perfect. Can I just ask one question? When you both say this year, are we talking about 217 going into 218? Because to me, 217 is almost over.
Yeah.
I feel like it's 217 going into 218. I agree. I think that's what you're talking about.
All right, so it's like the season, my season that's starting.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. God bless you both, and I will continue to listen. Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
And I'm now ready to continue my interview with Bob Stahl. And then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 610. What makes angel cards different from tarot or auric cards, Bob?
Okay, so tarot and oracle cards. Well, tarot cards for sure have I feel like it's a tougher message. It's a stronger message, and for people who are new or their first reading, I usually don't use the tarot cards. I use an oracle deck because those messages seem to be, I want to say, kinder or gentler, and there's also words on those cards so the person in front of me, my client, can kind of see where I'm going or what I'm looking at and what I'm thinking about. The tarot cards, though, are different in that they're drawn with visions of angels on them or of spirits and guides, where the tarot and oracle cards that I use don't have that. So this does seem, for people who are interested in that kind of connection, by using these cards, they feel like that's the messages they're getting from people or from the spirit world. So I feel like that's kind of the difference. And also, you can use these, like I said before, for younger people too, like just for the one night a week one night a year rather. When I am at the zoo is when I do that, because normally I don't do readings for people less than 18 years old, just because I just don't feel like I feel like I'm going to say something that might not be accurate or correct or might change their life in a way that I really don't want to be involved in or that I shouldn't do.
And Bob, let's take our next caller, which is area code 610. Hello, 610.
Hello?
Hello, who do we have?
Hi, yes, you're on with Shelley and Bob.
Hi, Shelley. Hi, Bob. This is Sonia. Thank you for taking my call.
Hi, Sonia.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
How can we help you?
I wanted to call in. Yeah, thanks for taking my call. I wanted to call in about a good job opportunity that I landed, and I just started recently. And it's something I've been looking for quite a bit now. And it finally happened. And the job is remote, but the company happens to be, ironically, in Scottsdale, Arizona, just where you're at, Bob.
Oh, that's fun.
So,
that's funny. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot I got to learn, and I'm trying to come up to speed. I'm happy and nervous at the same time, and I wanted to see what you're picking up, anything as far as this job, and I do want to stay here for a long time if possible. And I wanted to see what you're picking up for me.
Well, I feel like, let me see. I want to say there's something about, I don't know if the remote, here's what I'm getting on that. I'm not sure if the remote piece, I feel like you might get burned out on that, perhaps in about 6 months. I just feel like it's more about because you're not around other people or you don't have that input from other people. So I feel like there might be some frustration coming down the road. So just kind of be aware of that and then figure out, I want to say, outside of that or from that, how you can still work to have that interaction with others around you. I drew some cards for you, and what they're saying, it's interesting, body care has come up again. I feel like I'm supposed to focus on that with you. The two cards I got are focus on body care, self-acceptance, and your own personal power. So I feel like a lot of this is about accepting the message I'm getting that over the next 6 months, this is about accepting who you are and accepting the power that you have, that you've put yourself in places or in situations where I feel like your personal power, you couldn't exercise it or you were afraid to exercise it, but now I want to say it's okay for you to start doing that and like standing up for yourself. And I feel like the job's going to help heal some of that, but I do feel eventually, and I think it's sooner rather than later, you might look for something else where you're actually traveling somewhere and like being around people and getting that interaction or at least feeling that sense of personal power and personal achievement. Does that make sense at all?
Well, not that much because actually I do like to work in a remote capacity. And with the team I have, we have chat rooms and stuff that we interact daily, even with my boss. And a lot of people, they work remotely for the same company. They work in other states. And with the interaction, I mean, it's like I feel like I have a lot more time. I just have to commute a lot.
Okay.
And, that's the reason why I've been looking for this.
Oh, I see. Well, okay, we'll kind of see how that goes. That's kind of the message I got, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but maybe it'll mean something else later, or maybe it's something else that's around you. Shelley, what did you get on her?
I feel the job will be good in the interim, but as we get into August, September, October, there's another job opportunity coming up. So you're going to be making a decision at that time whether or not to stay on the job or to embark on something new, because there's something else coming up for you in the future that also looks like a good business opportunity for you, to advance yourself in a better position. So you're going to be making a choice between two jobs as we get into September, October, November, August, September, October, sorry about that, of next year is when you're going to be making a decision about whether or not to stay on the job or to make a change. And Bob, how can Sonia get in contact with you?
And Sonia, my website is bobthepsychic.com, and I'm here in North Scottsdale, so I know you're not, so that's okay. I do readings over the phone, and I'm happy to talk to you at any time. So if you go to the website, you're welcome to book an appointment with me. So it's bobthepsychic.com.
Thank you.
And you could reach me at 818-744-5241 or go to my website, Psychic Horizon. And thank you for calling.
Thanks.
I'm now ready to continue my interview with Bob Stahl on angel cards, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 925. What is your best advice to someone who is just starting to read cards, Bob?
I feel like the best advice for someone starting to read cards is to really listen to your intuition. So when you're looking at the card and you're trying to figure out what it means or what it means to you, that little voice inside your head that's going to tell you something or just ask to hear a message. Alternatively, there are books that come with the cards, and I would say the first 3 times you use it, use the book to get an idea of how the messages work or what the symbols on the cards mean. But after that, I want to say don't get hooked on using the book and looking it up every time. Kind of look at the person you're reading for. If you're reading for yourself, like take a couple of deep breaths and just ask cards to give you a message. And I would say don't pull more than 2 or 3 at a time when you're first doing it, because those 3 cards you get, those will be the ones that will give you the best message. You could even just practice by just pulling one and then seeing all the various things you can hear from it. So even though the card might say something like healing, like the one I just pulled out here, there's a picture there, and there's probably other things in that picture that are also talking to you. So it's just be patient with yourself, listen to that small voice. You're welcome to look at the book. There's also resources on the internet to help you with that, and if you'd like to know more about those, you're welcome to drop me an email, and I'm happy to answer and give you some links to sites that I like that have those. So my email, it's bob@bobthepsychic.com. So again, my email is bob@bobthepsychic.com, and just say you're interested in finding out more about learning, and I'm happy to help you with that.
And Bob, let's take our next caller, which is area code 925. Hello, 925.
Hi, Bob and Shelley. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have a question. I'm getting ready to take a test next week for a job I really want.
What is your name, dear?
I'm sorry, it's Terry.
All right. And you're getting ready to take a test?
Yes, it's for a civil service position, and I'm kind of nervous because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that will be testing along with me. But
let me jump in here. Terry, I think you're going to do fine is what I get. I feel like you intuitively already know the answers to the exam, and I feel like you're just supposed to surrender and release the fear or that sense of competition around you and just know and just act as though the angels and guides around you are going to answer your prayers and get you this job. I feel like it is the one that is for you, and I do think you're going to have the answer within the next, I want to say 2 to 4 weeks, probably closer to 2 weeks, that you are going to be very successful. I feel like there are going to be others that also pass the test. There could be perhaps 5 others, but I still feel like you're going to be the one they pick based on not only the exam, but based on the way you interview, the way you carry yourself, and the way you fit into the department with these other people that are in there trying out for it. So I want to say in a nutshell, don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
My pleasure. Shelley, go ahead.
I feel, Terry, that you will pass the examination and be hired for the job. And it looks like, the pay is good and that it's long-term employment, that you'll be working there long-term, that it's the beginning of a new career for you, that it's the beginning of a new successful career for you, that you will have a lot of success with the job, that you'll meet interesting people and be working with some good people, that it'll be a positive work environment. So I do feel you're going to pass the test and get the job. And Bob, how can Terry get in contact with you?
Terry, you can reach me at my website. It is bobthepsychic.com. I'm here in North Scottsdale, Arizona, but I do readings over the phone and via the Internet. So I'm happy to be able to hook up with you if you have questions in the future. And I do feel like you will be back to talk to either Shelley and I want to say within the next month or two. So feel free to look us up. Again, my website is bobthepsychic.com, and Shelley has a phone number. Go ahead, Shelley.
I wrote it down.
Oh, okay, good.
All right. Yeah, I wrote both of them down. Thank you so much, and I will reach out. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're
Terry.
welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks for calling.
You too. Bless you.
I'm now ready to continue my interview with Bob Stahl on angel cards, and then we'll take our next caller, which is area code 646. What should you not do when having an angel card reading, Bob?
What should you not do? I feel like you have to be open to the messages, and you have to be ready to hear whatever it is, the message is that the person who is reading or interpreting is going to tell you. So in that case, I feel like you have to make sure that you're open to the message. So it's about being calm and relaxed and about telling yourself you're ready to go. There are some people who I meet in my practice who will sit in front of me and say, well, I'm really hard to read. And I usually say, okay, so let's let that go and pretend that's not true and take some deep breaths and just imagine, calmness coming over to you moving forward so that you can connect with the cards and the messages you're getting. I feel like a lot of people who say they're hard to read or ones who aren't sure what they're going to get, they put up an energetic block in a way without realizing it, which prevents the cards from receiving the messages that they're designed to share or designed to help with people.
And
so
Bob,
I hope that makes sense.
Let's take our next caller, which is area code 646. Hello, 646.
Hello, how are you today?
We're fine,
Great.
And how are you?
I'm doing just peachy.
And what is your name?
My name is Terry.
Hello, Terry.
Hi.
So, hi. What is your question, Terry?
Yes. Okay. So my question is in regards to finding new employment. Currently, I work at a call center. This is not the job that I want, but I had to take it to make sure that the bills get paid. So I'm going to start looking for new employment. Probably, I would say, by the end of December or the beginning of January, only because the holiday season is coming and things may be a little slow. So do you see me finding new employment, hopefully by the spring of 2018?
Yes. At first, it was funny when you said you were going to start looking for employment. I was ready to blurt out, yeah, don't do it till January. So I do agree that January is the month for you to start looking. That right now, that the kind of position you're looking for, they're just not in the market right now. They are, looking for. It's the end of the year, and they're trying to button things up. So I do feel like there is a new opportunity coming. I feel like it's going to come very quickly within the 4 to 6 weeks after you start looking. So this could be February, March-ish. And I want to say, too, that this is all about a time for you, too, where you're going to be your friendships, because I'm drawing some angel cards here for you. I feel like your friendships are going to be changing and different and getting better. You're going to start meeting some new people, and you might actually network yourself into the new job, like by telling people, oh, I'm looking, and these are some new people you might meet at an event somewhere or at a party, and one of them might know of something in the line of work that you want to do. Let's see. And I feel like that's happening November, December, and I think that's going to also help start you along your way, or at least get you where you want to be. I do feel like next year is going to be a very successful year for you to do, almost like you're going to be able to manifest whatever it is you want, whatever it is you need. And I feel like the first thing that's going to happen is perhaps a new job. You also, I heard, I don't know if you're looking for a new car or thinking about buying a new car, but if you are, I think it's going to be in March of next year. You might have the wherewithal and all the tools and everything you need to do that.
Sure. And the car that you see me getting, will it be something just used to temporarily get around until I find something that I like?
No, I feel like it might be a pre-owned or a used car, but I do feel like no, it's going to be the one that you want. You're not going to need to get an interim one. That the new position is going to be able to give you enough money to get the car that you really want, so you don't feel like you have another step to go.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, sounds excellent. And do you happen to see what type of car that is? Because I'm looking toward maybe a BMW. If you see something differently, let me know.
I am seeing an older car, well, like a car from the 50s or 60s, and it just looks green to me. I'm guessing that's not it. So I actually don't see that car. Let me see. So you asked about a BMW. I feel like you're going to find one, but it might be too expensive. So just keep that in mind. But I don't feel like you're going to settle for something too much less than that. Does that make sense? So the first car you might, the first car you find, I feel like might be too expensive, but so it might be the third one you find will be better or within your budget range, is what I want to say.
All right, sounds excellent.
I feel, Terry, that the new job is coming in January, February.
All right.
And that the new job is either a medium or large-sized company, and it looks like it's in the field that you want to work in. You know, because I feel you're kind of out of your element right now with the job you have. So I feel it'll be in the field that you're looking to work in. I feel it'll be a good company with nice people, a job with a good salary and benefits. So it'll be a good job. It'll be a good working environment. So that's coming around January, February. How can Terry get in contact with you?
Oh, yes.
So, Terry, you can reach me at my website. It's bobthepsychic.com. And I do readings like this over the telephone all the time, and I even record them too, so you'll be able to play it back at your leisure. And I do feel like it'll be, if you're interested in that, just go ahead and look me up. And I work Tuesdays through Saturdays.
Okay. I'm writing this down. Okay, that sounds great.
And Terry, you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. Thank you for calling, Terry.
Thank you. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
You too. I'm now ready to continue my interview with Bob Stahl, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 678. How do you tell if you had a good reading, Bob?
I feel like you can tell if you had a good reading if you feel like some of the issues around you have been resolved, or if there is a sense of the people that have told me they have a sense of peace, I mentioned that, but they also feel like they've released some things, released some of the fear, released some of the concerns that they've had. And also I feel like that you've had a good reading by the way you connect with the person who's reading. Are the things that they are telling you accurate? Are they doing it the way Shelley and I are doing it, where we don't ask any questions? We just want to know what your question is and let us keep going. We don't want to know anything about you. For me, I usually tell people if they want to tell me their life story, like, no, that's okay. It just ruins my fun, which it usually does, because then I'll want to tell them something based on what I heard, and I don't know that came intuitively or not. So I definitely feel like you'll intuitively know whether it's good or whether it's working for you, and I do feel like you'll know within the first 5 or 10 minutes. And I would say too, if it doesn't feel like it's accurate and it doesn't feel like it's right, then say something to the person who's reading so that they know, so maybe they can try to reconnect, or maybe they're not the right reader for you. So that would be my advice on that. Does that help? I hope.
Yes. And let's take our next caller, Bob, which is area code 678. Hello, 678. Hello, 678. This go on to hello, who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hi, this is Sophia. How are you both?
Sophia?
Good.
Yes.
And Sophia, how can we help you today?
Yes, hi. I'm looking for a little guidance or some messages in the areas of my life as far as career. I have a
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Were you going to say you have a few things? Do you have some choices coming ahead about what's going to be happening next? I feel like you might have like 4 of them, perhaps. Are there 4 of them coming up?
I have no idea. I am employed, so work is not a problem. But I do have interest in other things. So let's just see, I guess, what Spirit has to say.
I feel like that a lot of this coming your way, I feel like there are going to be new choices coming for you. I feel like they are in November. I want to say again, like I said before, it was about there might be 4 opportunities or 4 things that you notice, but a lot of this has to do, though, with your thought process and how much you want to call in to yourself, because a lot of this, I feel like you're also going through a phase of like spiritual strength or spiritual prosperity, where you're reaching out more to your guides and angels and listening to them in a new way. So I feel like you are going to be guided in a way to this new position. And like I said, I do feel like it's coming next month, even though I feel like you are employed now. I do feel like you've been employed for quite a while where you're at, and that it's not that it's boring, but if something new or more interesting came along, you would at least consider it. I also feel like I'm supposed to tell you that next year, especially February and March, is going to be a year of great love and excitement and compassion around you, and that many of the wishes and dreams that you have had or things that you've wanted to create for yourself are going to be, you're going to have the pieces to do that next year. You're going to be able to manifest them and make that work. So I want to say continue walking in that positive mindset that you have, being grateful for what's going on around you, and I feel like that will help the universe deliver to you what it is that you're looking for, or things that you're looking for that you haven't even really considered yet. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Wow, yes. When you mention love, just really quick, are you meaning romantically or just love all around?
I want to say it's love romantically. I feel like the love all around is already there around you, but now you're ready. You're finally making space, like bandwidth or whatever you want to say it, making space within yourself, within your heart, within your mind to allow that relationship in. I feel like up to now you've kind of blocked it in a way, or said you're not interested, or just kind of kept it away. But I feel like that's going to start shifting for you around December, January, and that's why I feel like February, March you'll start seeing things or seeing people or kind of noticing people differently, and I feel like people will come up to you and there will be that new sense of love and light around you.
Thank you. Makes a lot of sense.
You're welcome.
Sophia, there's going to be a new career. It looks like you're going in a new direction with career, that you're going to be doing something different than what you're doing now, but you're going to be opening the door to a new profession. And it might be something with marketing, advertising, or health. It's going to be in a field that you have not been in before. It's going to be in one of those fields. So you're going to be getting into a new profession. And it looks like it's a rewarding profession, that the job is very rewarding, that it's something that you're going to like better than what you're doing now, and that it's something that's going to be better for you financially, that there's going to be an improvement in your financial resources. Love comes into the picture in February with a man with dark hair, dark eyes, so you do get into a new relationship. You meet somebody new in February and get into a relationship in February, March. So it looks like things are going to improve with both your love life and your career. And Bob, how can Sophia Sophia get in contact with you?
Sophia, my website is bobthepsychic.com, and you're welcome to go there to book an appointment with me, and I do readings like this over the phone all of the time. So my website is bobthepsychic.com, and there's a place right on there where you can say, book me, and you can choose an angel or a tarot card or whatever kind of reading you'd like. All the different things I do are listed right there on my website.
Okay.
And you can.
And I have I have both of your information already. I've been listening. So I've written it down.
Oh.
But to give you some confirmation really quick, it would exactly be something new, and it will be in the spiritual field. So everything you were picking up, Bob, is exactly right as far as the spiritual growth and what's going on with me right now. And on the last reading, it is definitely something I've never done, but it will be rewarding because I do it naturally, and it's in the end of service in my own way. Kind of a new thing I want to do, but thank you both. You were right. You were right on it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
And thank you for calling, Sophia.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm now ready to continue my interview with Bob Stahl on angel card readings and the angel cards, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 707. What do you wish someone had told you about angel cards when you first started, Bob?
That they would be that it's easier to learn to read people, or to not read people, but like to get messages using angel cards than using the tarot deck right away. So from that, was what I meant is by looking at the images, and the cards just seemed to talk to me louder in the beginning than the tarot did. But that was, many years ago, and now it's not that way for me anymore. And in many cases, I don't even need to use cards to get messages for folks. But in the beginning, I wish that I had known that. So if you are interested in learning how to read, or seeing if you can be intuitive like this, I would say try it first on a deck of angel cards. If you go to a store and they have a bunch of decks there, see which one you're drawn to, and then hold it in your hand and see if it feels warm or if it resonates with you as you read what the description is, and then I would pick that deck to start with.
All right, and let's take our next caller, Bob, which is area code 707.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, yes,
Hello.
Go right ahead.
Hi, yes, this is Valerie, and I'd like to see what's coming up for love and work.
Okay, hold on, let me draw a few cards for you. I'll use my angel cards. Well, I do feel like there's a new love relationship coming around you November, December of this year. I feel that's when the divine timing is right and when you'll have the correct feelings around you or the correct amount of confidence. I also feel like that as you start dating or start hanging around the people that are more like you or of similar vibration to you, that will help open up the floodgates in terms of employment. I feel like once you get the confidence knowing that you're dating and people are finding you popular or whatever that sense of I want to say connection is, that'll help make it easier for you to find a job. I do feel like there's a new position coming your way in March or April of next year. I feel like it is something that you have always wanted to do, but you haven't really ever put it out there or tried to search for it or make that happen. But I do think that starting in January, February, you are going to have this new sense of confidence around you, and that you will do that. You'll follow your own nature, your own messages more than what others have told you, or especially others who may have beat you down in a way or have said, no, you can never do that. I feel like you're going to finally realize, no, that's not true. I can do whatever I want and I can manifest whatever I want, and I feel like that's what you're going to start doing definitely in February. Does that help? Make sense? Questions about that?
The relationship, now you said in November.
I feel like in November, December, when you're going to start meeting those people or meeting that person.
Okay, because I'm looking for a long-term romantic relationship.
I feel like it is going to be long-term romantic, but I feel like you're going to meet more than one, and I feel like you'll pick. There might be, how many are there? 4. There might be 4 or 5 people you meet, but I feel like you will pick one of them. It might be the third person if that makes any sense, but that's what I feel like the answer to that is.
And will that third person come in this year?
Yes, if it's not this year, it's January of next year. Yes, so they're already making their way towards you, I want to say.
Oh, well, that sounds great. I can't wait for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What did you get, Shelley?
Valerie, I do feel a new relationship anytime between November and March of next year. A new relationship. And it looks like it's a very financially stable man, that has his own business and his own home. And it looks like that he's older in age than you, about 3 to 6 years older. And it looks like he's an attractive man with dark hair, dark eyes. And it looks like that he's very relationship orientated. He has a lot of friendships and he's close to his family. That relationships are important to him. And it looks like it's going to be a strong romantic connection that leads to marriage, a relationship that leads to marriage, that there's going to be a marriage within 2 or 3 years of meeting him. So it does look like it's going to be a long-term committed relationship. And it looks like you're going in a new direction with career. I agree with Bob that you're going to get into a new profession. And it looks like it's going to be financially lucrative for you, and it's going to offer opportunities for you to advance and to climb up the career ladder and to be promoted within a year's time. And Bob, how can Valerie get in contact with you?
Valerie, my website, it is bobthepsychic.com. You can go on there and book an appointment with me. I do work Tuesdays through Saturdays. I do readings over the phone all the time, and I record them, so you'll be able to listen to it later and, hear some things you might not have heard when we were talking. And I look forward to speaking with you sometime soon. So, again, my website is bobthepsychic.com.
Well, thank you both very much. Thank you so very much.
And you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Valerie.
Thank you both. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Bob Stahl on angel cards, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 484. What makes angel cards different from tarot or auric cards, Bob?
Okay, so I think I might have answered this before, but I'll say it again. So the difference between the tarot and the angel cards is the tarot cards have a gentler message on them. The images that are on the cards are more, I want to say they're kind, they're more like angelic looking, especially the deck that I use, which is called Healing with the Angel Oracle cards. And those oracle cards have different verbs on them, like describing what's going on around people. And I feel like for some who are having their first reading or having a rough time going on around them right now, by using those cards and looking at the images, it does give them a sense of peace or kindness or understanding, even as I'm interpreting the cards and telling them how the card applies to their life personally. So it just depends, the card type, that I use. I do it based on what I'm hearing about the person in front of me. So when I do a reading, I have multiple decks out, and I kind of wait to hear what I get as to which one is the right one for people. So even in today's thing that we've been doing, I've used my angel cards. I used a tarot oracle card deck once, and it just depends on what I hear people need.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Bob, which is area code 484. Hello, 484.
Hello. Thank you both for taking my call.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Tonette.
Tonette?
Okay. Tonette, yeah. What a cool name.
Thanks.
Okay. How can we help you?
My question is kind of deep here. I would like to know if there's going to be a reconnection with me and Desiree, and if there is, I want to know if it's going to become a romantic relationship between her and I.
Okay, the message I'm getting on that, I feel like the answer is no. And I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like the two of you have grown apart. And I feel like that the relationship you had in the past was a contract one, or one where there was a karmic connection. But I feel like at this point, the two of you have learned all that you can from each other, and now it is time for both of you to go on your separate ways so that you can both vibrate higher. I do feel like there is a chance you may come back to each other or meet each other again, but I feel like that might be, just go with me on this one, I feel like it might be in a different lifetime. So I do feel like you guys have known each other before, and I feel like you will meet again in a new time. But I feel like for right now, the answer, unfortunately, I feel like it's not going to be right. I feel like even if you do connect up with her, I still feel like there's going to be still that conflict, that underlying conflict that affected it. I feel like that might have been in March or April of this year, and I don't feel like it's been resolved yet, and I'm not even sure that this is the time and place to do that. Does that make sense to you, or what else can I answer for that one?
Well, we've never been in any kind of romantic relationship. We did have a falling out in March because she was telling some people some information I didn't want her to be telling. We were best friends. And then when I reconnected with her in May of this year, when I reconnected and wanted to be just her best friend, that's when she hit me with a different type of way of being with me or talking to me, and it felt like she wanted to go another level with me in that direction, and I wasn't ready for that. And on July the 5th, when she just blurted out, you want to be with me and this and that. And I was like, no, I think you're being ridiculous. We haven't even talked about this. And that's when she blocked me on the phone and everything.
Yeah, I was going to say when you said that, I feel like she doesn't really know how to be best friends with you or be best friends like that with everyone, with anyone right now is what I want to say.
Right.
She's in a learning phase, though, and working on her own spiritual journey, spiritual path. So I feel like whatever she said, I don't feel like she meant it in a negative way or meant it in a way to hurt you. It was just the only way that she knew how to communicate. I also want to say for you, I think there is someone else coming your way. I feel like they might be coming, it might not be till December 2018. It might be a year from now, but it's definitely a well-deserved reward from some of the work that you've done. And I do feel like that breaking away for her and having that block to allow her to work her path and allow you to work towards yours is really going to be the best thing really for both of you. Yeah, because you're getting a much stronger, I'm using one of my decks, clarity of belief about what it is you want, who it is you want to be with, how it is you want to be treated. And I feel like right now that she's not, and I don't mean this in a bad way if she's listening, I feel like that she's just not in a place in her life right now to be able to share that vision, that her vision is different just from the work and the things that she's been doing around in her life. Like I said, I don't mean that in a bad way in any way. So I hope that helps and makes sense.
Okay.
Shelley?
Tonette, I feel that you're going to have a romantic relationship with the woman that you meet in February, March. And I feel that she has either brown or hazel eyes with sandy color hair, and that she's medium height and slender built. And I feel that there'll be a love connection between you and the woman that comes in February, March. I feel you're going to get over Desiree, because of the rejection that you felt from her. You're going to get over it. I feel you're going your separate ways. And I feel that the new person that's coming in will be a better match for you, a better fit. You'll have more in common with each other, and the relationship would end up being a live-in relationship in May, June. So you meet each other in February, March, and then as we get into May, June, you talk about living together. So it's going to be more of a committed relationship. And Bob, how can Tonette get in contact with you?
So my website is bobthepsychic.com, and you're welcome to go there. And there's a place right on the front where you can click Book Me and be able to set an appointment with me. So again, it's bobthepsychic.com, and I do readings over the phone like this all the time. And as I've told some of the other people we've talked to, I do record them, and I will send you the file so that you can listen to it again in 2 or 3 days to see if there are other messages in there, or if you notice something you said or that I said that you might not have heard the first time. So I hope you'll look that up and make an appointment. I'd love to talk to you.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
And thank you for calling, Tonette.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank Bob for being my special guest on the Psychic Horizon show today. He'll be back in the future. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman of Goldilocks Production, for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for being my guest today, Bob.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to being back again.
Yes, I definitely will have you back, and have a good weekend, Bob.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.